guys, so today's video I'm going to talk about Sony and their press conference from E3 2014 this past week. And to make it short, sweet, simple, to the point, I'm just going to talk about the things that interested me the most and caught my attention. Because at this point, I know you can look up everything that was talked about and announced in the press conference on news article websites and everything. So I'm just talking about what really interested me the most, because I have yet to own a PS4. So their job this year was to make me go out and want to get a PS4 as soon as I can. So did they do a good job? Let's find out. They started out the press conference with Destiny, and to be all honest with you, Destiny isn't exactly like my type of game that's going to make me go out and get a PS4. But the thing is that they announced there's going to be a PS4 Destiny bundle. So for $449.99, you'll be able to get Destiny, a PS4, and, you know, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but the PS4 is going to be a glacier white color. So just the fact that it's like this, you know, not normal, it's like a limited edition bundle kind of thing to me, and just getting that special color, that it kind of really interests me, because I know I'm going to have a PS4 eventually for Kingdom Hearts 3, so I don't know, that color, that special edition color, it interests me a lot. There was a game called Entwine shown, and it really interested me. Just the footage, it just looked aesthetically pleasing to me. And the thing is that it's only $10, and it's available right now if you have a PS4. So, I mean, from what I've seen, what the gameplay footage is going to be like, I really liked it. It's definitely going to be something that could take up a lot of my time. So yeah, I'm really interested in getting that when I get a PS4. So I've never played anything in the Little Big Planet series. I know people have recommended it to me. I know I'll be able to get copies to play the older games on my PS3 and borrow them. But Little Big Planet 3, oh my gosh, there's going to be 3 other characters than the normal character that is played with. And it just, all the different things that the different characters have different abilities to do to make their way through the levels really interests me. That is definitely my kind of game, so I cannot wait to play that coming out in November. So the Far Cry series isn't really a game that typically interests me, but there was one of the gameplay trailers that I saw for it where you got introduced to what I assume is the villain, the antagonist for the game. And he murdered one of the workers who was stopping a cart that you were on, like your character was on. And he kind of like murdered him. Got blood on his face. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but you know, I want to remember this moment. Here, I got blood on my face, but let me take a selfie. I don't know, that interests me, and that's the point of E3, is to, whether you're a fan of a series or you're not a fan or you're somewhat interested or you know whatever, E3 is the time to persuade you. And just let me tell you, that trailer, along with seeing an elephant blow up, run into a car that was at this camp, this base you were intruding, and just blow it up and like whatever, that interested me. That made me want to play Far Cry 4. There's a game called Abzu that was shown off. That really interested me. And then followed by that was a indie game called No Man's Sky. And what it was, you know what, I really don't exactly know what it was. I don't know if it was just like exploring different worlds and lands or something. That's what I got from the trailer. The developer, one of the workers from the studio, came up and talked about it, and he just looked so shy, but it was like very genuine to see him talk about his game and how he was definitely grateful to be up there at the conference talking about it. And I gotta tell you, I mean, just alone from the footage, the gameplay trailers, and the footage and everything, really made me interested in the game. I do want to throw in there, if you do have a PS4 and you want to upload gameplay footage to YouTube, you'll be able to have that ability to upload straight from your PS4 device to YouTube later this year. But I want to figure out if they know a way to work in like audio. Otherwise, you know, people like to have commentary over gameplay footage. But I mean, that's still, if you're just interested in just the gameplay, cool option for you. Coming later this year outside of Japan is going to be PlayStation TV, and what it is, it's a device that lets you play your PS Vita games on your TV, hence PlayStation TV. And a lot of people kind of like mistook that as like a streaming device like Apple TV, Amazon Fire, I believe that is, the Roku device, but I'm like, no, it's more like a gameplay device companion for your PlayStation devices and games. And what's cool is if you have a PS4 or you get a PS4 and you're going to have it in the living room and you have many people that use the living room, you'll be able to stream your game from your PlayStation TV device, from your PS4, onto another TV in your house, and I'm assuming that has to be a smart TV, but still a pretty cool option if you want to be able to do that with your PS4 games. PlayStation TV is going to be $99 alone, but for $139 you'll be getting the PlayStation TV device, an HDMI cable, a DualShock 3 controller, an 8GB memory card, and a game voucher for the Vita game The Lego Movie. Now, while this wasn't my favorite part of the conference, I am going to mention this because this was a big thing that kind of like decided if I thought the conference for Sony was overall good. And unfortunately, I hate to be that person that, you know, says something bad about someone else, but they were talking about this series that PlayStation is going to be having. If you're a PlayStation Plus member for free, you'll be able to get it, called Powers. And just the guy that they had on there presenting it, talking about it, seemed a little nervous, and it just kind of like threw the conference off because of the fact also it wasn't exactly a game. And you know, E3 is supposed to be, we think E3 and we think games, and just to hear them talking about that when last year they were full on games, and Microsoft with their Xbox One was kind of like movies, TV kind of thing with some games, and it was like a complete switch. It just threw it off. Unfortunately. Although I was very excited to see that the Ratchet & Clank movie still is going to be coming out later next year in 2015. I still have yet to play the series, but I know it's something I'd really like to get into, and I know there's some games I'll be able to borrow and play that as well. But yeah, Ratchet & Clank movie. That is good TV. The Sony conference was where it was announced that GTA 5 is officially going to be coming to next gen, and it's also going to be on, they talked about it's going to be a PS4, but it's also going to be coming out for Xbox One and PC as well. But you know, they're going to talk about the PlayStation 4 version because it is their press conference. If you do have it on your PS3 or on your 360, you'll be able to transfer your files to what they said, the PlayStation 4 version. So I'm going to assume if you have the PS3 version and you get the Xbox One, you'll be able to transfer your files there as well. So I gotta say that while GTA 5, like the GTA series, really isn't my kind of thing, I still am quite interested by watching other people play it. So who knows, if I get a PS4, they'll be picking up the PS4 version. And Sony ended their press conference with Uncharted 4, and I gotta say, that footage looked beautiful. That gameplay trailer looked amazing. That game trailer. That's the thing, it was a trailer. So I'd love to see some gameplay footage of Uncharted, because I know I have friends that are really into that series, but CGI trailer always looks good, but it's nice to see the straight from the gameplay footage. But I mean, it did look really good. So those were the things that caught my attention during the Sony press conference. I want you guys to comment down below. Tell me what were your favorite things, what are you looking forward to the most, and just overall what you thought of Sony's press conference. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!